Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you today? As always, so honored to be able to come to you live, as always, every single week to talk to you about living your best life, about being the healthiest version of yourself. And for those of you that are new to me, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Aimee Raupp of AimeeRaupp.com. And I've been in the field of helping women live their healthiest, most hormonally balanced, most joyful life for almost 20 years at this point. I've been in clinical practice as an acupuncturist and herbalist for just about 17 years and have been a women's health and expert and author of 3 books for over a decade now. So I now have the luxury of reaching thousands and thousands of women all over the world and helping them achieve optimal health, and a lot of them come to me for fertility. I am known in many parts of the world as a women's health and fertility expert, and I myself conceived naturally in my 40s and am here to help all of you conceive naturally or with assistance, however you want to do it, just from the best place possible to make the healthiest child and have the healthiest pregnancy, no matter what age you are. Well, as long as you're still menstruating and ovulating, right? So today we're going to talk about, well, first I want to share with you guys something that we're going to start doing is, it's fine to announce this, our fertility hot seat, we're going to call this, and it's going to be twice a month where I'm going to go live and I get to invite one of you to come on and share the live with me. So it'll be on Instagram. So all you Facebook people have to start following me on Instagram. It'll be on Instagram and you're going to come on live with me. So your face is going to be on the camera and you're going to ask me questions about your fertility journey and I'm going to answer it and you're going to get 15 minutes with me. So keep your eye out for that when we start promoting it. And it's going to be fun and exciting. And that way, all of you get to pick my brain. It's kind of like a free 15-minute consult, which I don't do anymore. But I think it's really valuable for everyone to hear the consult and learn. And so you do have to put yourself out there because you're going to put yourself up on camera. But you get some free advice from this brain. So keep that in mind because I see questions coming in right now about fertility and I'm not going to answer them right now because today we are talking about which of my books is the best for you. So these are my 3 books. This is my first baby. It came out in 2010. Chill Out and Get Healthy. This is my second baby. This came out in, I think, 2014. Yes, you can get pregnant. And my most recent baby, Body Belief. And this came out, I don't know, 2018, 2017. Isn't that funny? I don't know. What year are we in right now? So we're not going to do this today. Elevate with Sarah, I see, already wants to go live with me. We're gonna announce it before we do it. But I love the eagerness that's already there. That's a good sign for us. You're so cute, Elevate with Sarah. I love you. And maybe send us a DM and you can be our first one because we kind of would like to be certain that someone's going to want to come live when we do it first. So if you want to be that girl, DM us and say, I want to be the first one to do the fertility hot seat with Aimee, and DM us, and then we will put you on the list. So make sure that you're there live when I go live, and then you can be our first one. That way we don't go live for the fertility hot seat and nobody wants to do it. That would be a huge embarrassment. So 2018, this baby came out. So, okay, let's talk about which of these books is right for you. So I want to also just, in here, you'll see my evolution as an author, as an expert, Amethyst Mermaid. I love that name, by the way. It just said, love, love, love. Yes, you can get pregnant. And I would add, too, that if you've read one or all of these and you love them and you talk about them and they've changed your life and they've helped you achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve, leave a review for these books wherever you purchased it. The reviews help me as the author so much, and they help others so they can figure out what books are right for them. And so based on your reviews, people really want to purchase, and so that helps so much too. So please, reviews. So Yeah, we had a few of our e-course girls interested in the hot seats as well. So hopefully we'll have a couple lined up for the first couple, and then it'll really catch on, and then it'll be like the biggest craze in the world, and it'll be so fun. But what's the best place for a review? Amazon? Sure. I think, wherever you purchase the book. But yeah, Amazon is where most people go. So absolutely. I think Amazon is a great place for the review, and I thank you in advance for that. Okay, so this is my first book, Chill Out and Get Healthy. I wrote this book really because I wanted everybody to relax a little bit on how to take care of themselves and what it meant to be healthy. And this book, I look at this as like, this is really good for those younger women in their 20s, maybe even early 30s, on things that they can do now to just continue to be healthy so that they're primed and kind of ready to go for starting a family or aging, any of those things. And so in here, I figured I'd go through kind of the table of contents. So how to use this book, and this is basically, so the intro, ladies, it's time, and this is written in a very like Sex and the City, that was very popular when this book came out. So it's got that very like girlfriend to girlfriend tone, which some people love, and some people are like, Aimee, that's so not you. Agreed, it's not totally me, but my editor loved it, and I loved it. Ladies, it's time to chill out and get healthy. It's time to get your health into kick-ass shape. Are you that crazed, irritable, cry at the drop of a hat, raging PMS girl? Do you have that I'm so bloated, it's uncomfortable tummy after every meal? Are you scared that you're not going to be fertile when it's time to get preggers? Are you exhausted every morning and absolutely need that double no foam latte to wake your ass up? Do you have that I haven't taken a poop in 3 days constipated feeling every single day? Are you taking an antidepressant, anti-anxiety med, a pill to help you sleep, a pill to help you poop, all of the above? Are you so stressed out that you feel like you have no time to get to the grocery store, pick up your dry cleaning, or make that overdue phone call to your mother? Do you think soy is good for you and eat it in every form? Are you a regular at Sephora because every time you look in the mirror, you think you see another wrinkle? If you answered yes to any one of those questions, Chill Out and Get Healthy was written for you. I know you really need to maintain your sanity, live healthfully, age gracefully, and prevent disease amidst the chaos of today's world. And this book is going to show you how. So again, it's an overview on health. So I go into like who I am. Do you know what healthy is? How to chill the fuck out. That was the original title of this book. It was called Chill the Fuck Out and Choose Health Now. And then we had to change the title because the F word wasn't allowed in books back in 2010. Now it's allowed in books, which I was ahead of the game apparently. Mental detox is a chapter. Sugar is evil. Soy sucks. Bigger is not better is a chapter. What the hell can I actually eat? Chapter 7 is Preparing the Palace, which chapter 7 of this book became this book. So it was the jumping off point, and I'm going to show you what chapter in Yes, You Can Get Pregnant became Body Belief. Preparing the Palace is chapter number 7. So this is the intro for a lot of women just looking to balance their hormones. We're not thinking about getting pregnant yet. We just want to feel better every day. This is a great starting point for you. Beauty you can't buy at Sephora. So this is the first time I really ever talked about green beauty, non-toxic beauty, beauty from the inside out. And this was also, Chill Out and Get Healthy is where I started developing Aimee Raupp Beauty. Battling the Branch, chapter 9. So this chapter 9 I think is so incredibly valuable. It's all about common issues that women get and how to handle them. So I want to just get to it. Where is it? Battling the Branch. So I go over sleeping, digestion, pooping problems, vaginal issues, from urinary tract infections to yeast infections to discharge to vaginal dryness, cervicitis, vaginitis, vaginosis, pain with sex, low sex drive, body temperature issues, headaches and hangovers, low energy, and fighting a cold. And I give you really valuable tips and tools and strategies to fix all of those. So again, a real good general health book for, I think, younger women, 20s, 30s, I mean, even 40s, but, I tend to then draw in people. So this book is my one book that is a bestseller. My other ones, not yet, but they're getting there. And it's an Amazon bestseller, this girl. Pretty much always in the top 10 Amazon best-selling books in fertility. And so again, like I said, this book was birthed out of the chapter in Chill Out and Get Healthy that's called Preparing the Palace. So this book came into fruition because it was a similar motivation from Chill Out and Get Healthy, where it was like, everybody is so stressed about their fertility. And I want to just scream from the rooftops that you can get pregnant, that you can figure this out. A friend gave me your book when I was in New York City and drinking too much and burning the candle at both ends in 2010. Have followed you ever since. Aw, thank you so much. I love you. Yeah, I have a lot of like tried and true Chill Out and Get Healthy girls that like came to me after reading that book and like have just been with me through marriages and kids and all of the things. And I love that. I love that we've been together that long. That's like 10 years, 11 years at this point. Okay, so Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. So Yes, You Can Get Pregnant was birthed out of this desire to scream from the rooftops to women that you do have a lot more control over your fertility and ultimately your health, because your fertility is an extension of your health than you are being told. And that after the age of 35, you do not fall off some fertile cliff and you're doomed and you're never going to have children. So you better freeze your eggs now. That's why I wrote this book, because I wanted to just scream to every single woman, especially in New York City, who were clients of mine, that like, we can figure this out. We will figure this out. Yes, you can get pregnant. And so, Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. Pretty obvious who it's for. It is for women who are thinking about trying to conceive at some point in the near future, who are currently trying to conceive, who have been through the throes of fertility treatments. This is the book for you. So, why this book is for you. Are you worried about your ability to get pregnant? Are you obsessed with how many eggs your ovaries have left? Did someone tell you that women over the age of 35 have a harder time getting pregnant and now you're beyond stressed about it? Have you read everything on the internet about improving your fertility and you don't know where to start? Whether you are single and 37 and want to preserve your fertility because you know one day you will meet your mate and want to make babies, or you are 28 and just off the pill and want to get your reproductive system in optimal health, or you are 33 and coupled and just beginning to think about having a baby, or you are 39 currently trying to get pregnant, have been struggling with conceiving, or you are 43 and headed into your first round of Western fertility treatments, Yes, You Can Get Pregnant is for you. This book is for any woman of any reproductive age who wants to improve her fertility. It is the complete holistic guide to getting your health and your fertility in the best shape possible so you can get pregnant when you want to. Yes! And I wrote this book at 36. I followed the advice, and at 40, I got pregnant on the second month of trying. Yeehaw. So let's go through the chapters in this book because I think it's important. So it's 3 different parts. So part 1 is you have the power. And I talk about in the first chapter, my least favorite word, shifting from being infertility focused to fertility focused. So this is when I first start talking about belief systems, all the way back here, because Body Belief is very, very much about belief systems, my 3rd book. Chapter 2, your fertile body, understanding how it works. So I go over all the nooks and crannies of fertility from a Western perspective and from a Chinese medicine perspective. And then chapter number 3, how you live your life directly affects your ability to get pregnant. This is where I talk about epigenetics and lifestyle choices and how they impact egg quality, they impact reproductive capabilities. I want to also point out, I talked about epigenetics in this book back in 2010 when it was like hot off the press. I talked about soy and I talked about epigenetics. Nobody was talking about those things back then, by the way. I was. And I'm proud of myself, and I should be. Fuck yeah. Part 2, the fertility rejuvenation plan. Becoming one with nature, regaining your body's balance. So that's just super important from a TCM, a Chinese medicine perspective. Eating for optimal nutrition and egg quality. The Yes, You Can Get Pregnant diet. Steering clear of environmental toxins. Preparing yourself mentally and emotionally. Pulling it all together. And there's a 7-step day step-by-step fertility rejuvenation plan in here. And then part 3, more fertility enhancing tips, ways to overcome fertility challenges. And this part 3 is what really gave birth to this baby, just so you know. Additional treatments to enhance fertility, overcoming common fertility challenges. So chapter 10 in Yes, You Can Get Pregnant becomes body belief. So you can see now, chapter 7, Preparing the Palace, becomes Yes, You Can Get Pregnant. Chapter 10 becomes Body Belief. Isn't that exciting? And then there's also some interviews with reproductive endocrinologists in this book. So, I mean, I love this book. It's my baby. The world has changed some, information has changed some since writing it. It's still, like all my books, solid as far as the information is solid. I don't go back on any of my words. I have the utmost integrity. I am a research scientist first, so I'm a total nerd. I do my research. I have evolved and changed some things and learned more things, and I've updated all of that in my Yes You Can Get Pregnant e-course. So my Yes You Can Get Pregnant e-course is basically me teaching this book plus everything new, and every year I update it more. And we open that course once a year in September, so keep your eyes out for that if something you want to join in on. So then after writing Yes You Can Get Pregnant, so what started to happen for me in the clinic was I'm drinking my organic green juice right now. Add some collagen peptides to it to give a little bit of protein, and then I also it's like you can see the bottle sweating. I don't drink it cold. And I add a little powdered ginger to it too to warm up, but this one actually has ginger in it. Okay, so I started getting a lot of more fertility clients after I wrote this book, which you would assume, right? And that's kind of when I started doing some online consults. Like people were asking, can I work with you, but I'm in Australia? Can I work with you, but I'm in Abu Dhabi? Can I work with you, but I'm in Switzerland? Yeah. So I started doing online consults probably about like 4 or 5 years ago. And then I turned into an online business 3 years ago. I think we're coming into our 4th year. And what I started to see was I was getting the really, really complicated cases. I was getting women who'd been trying to conceive for 5, 6 years or had never had a positive. I had women who were having multiple miscarriages. I saw women with severe health issues and trying to conceive. And so I got these really complicated cases. And what I started to see, which I did see when I wrote Yes You Can Get Pregnant, when I did the research and when I really dig into chapter 10, it just all of a sudden I realized as I was writing chapter 10, Overcoming Common Fertility Challenges, I realized then that could have been its own book. And so that was always in the back of my mind that like I got to go deeper on the reasons behind these challenges. And I talk about it in here that I think the root of most fertility challenges, especially the unexplained fertility challenges, but even the explained ones, even the endo and the PCOS and the premature ovarian failure, there's an autoimmune link to that. And I bring it up in the interview with Dr. Hugh Taylor, which is in this book, and he heads up Yale Reproductive Medicine. And I said to him, do you think that all these cases are actually linked with they have an autoimmune link? And he was like, he said, young lady, because he's older than me, young lady, you are on to something. That's what we're looking at in our research too. And he was very impressed with me when I said that. I was very impressed with myself because I started looking at the research and I was like, wait, so endometriosis is autoimmune. PCOS, some say it's autoimmune, some say it's autoimmune-like, whatever, it's autoimmune-like. It has these characteristics. Premature ovarian failure, there's ovarian antibodies in a lot of these cases. There's anti-sperm antibodies. So there's this autoimmunity that's going on. So as I started working more and more with these women, I started even just diving in more into what can I do to best support autoimmunity? What can I do to manage, regulate, help the body equalize, if you will, from an immune perspective? And that'll help women get pregnant because the body is not going to get pregnant if the immune system is going bizarro. The one thing about pregnancy that is fascinating to all of us scientists is it's the one parasitic infection that the body doesn't try to kill. It's the one foreign invader that the body says, come on in, live in here. This is awesome. Let's do this. And the body's not really supposed to do that. The body is supposed to reject everything that's foreign. And in autoimmune clients, people that have more of a triggery immune system, they will reject the pregnancy. Sometimes before implantation, they might reject the eggs, they might reject the sperm, they might create inflammation in the uterine lining. They might reject the embryo, though, and that's where you see these habitual miscarriages. And so I became obsessed, and I just started learning more and more about what I could do to help these autoimmune cases. And here's where this one comes in, body belief. And so another backstory here is I have 3 different publishing houses. This was with, Penguin, New American Library at Penguin. Then this was with Demos Health. Which no longer exists. And then this is with Hay House, which is my dream publishing house. And I got to write a book with Hay House, which was amazing. And they didn't want a fertility specific book. So they said, could you write it just on autoimmunity? And then we reach a broader audience, but you still have it for those fertility cases. Absolutely. So Body Belief is the title, because the other thing I notice consistently across the board, almost 20 years of clinical experience, is people don't believe in their bodies. They have lost faith, whether it's you're trying to get pregnant, you're trying to heal an autoimmune condition, you just want to fight the aging process, improve your skin, balance your hormones. You start to doubt your body. You start to think it doesn't work or it's broken. And those beliefs actually they're very rooted. They're probably rooted in our childhood, things we witnessed, things we've seen. And so I always had a vision for writing a book called Body Belief. In fact, like almost a decade ago, I actually bought the URL, Belief-Based Medicine, and another URL called Body Belief. I bought it years ago, and I just keep paying for it because I knew always one day I would have something. So Body Belief is about how to heal autoimmune diseases, radically shift your health, and learn to love your body more. And you'll hear me too, like, especially if you're in any of my courses or you coach with me, I'll say, oh, you're okay to follow the Yes You Can Get Pregnant diet. Oh, you need to follow the Body Belief diet. They are a little different because Body Belief is a little more strict. For autoimmunity, I got to get stricter. So Yes You Can Get Pregnant, and even Chill Out and Get Healthy. These are generally gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, organic, non-GMO, artificial sweetener-free, nutrient dense, whole food. Like, I've been talking the same ancestral diet since 2009. I've been on that way before the word paleo even existed. In the diet word, ancestral diet. I studied Weston A. Price and their teachings, and so I've been in the world of nutrient density for a very long time, and I just see that as the best way to really balance anybody's health, especially younger women, and even through our reproductive years. Maybe things shift as we get older, but that's for maybe a book down the road for me. But and Chinese medicine is really based in, we need to eat animal protein, especially women, if we're giving up blood every month. And so we've always talked about bone broth in Chinese medicine. We've always talked about more cooked foods than raw foods. And so that's across the boards in all of my books. But in Body Belief, I do more research. I read the Paleo Approach, Sarah Ballantyne's book. I basically read everything out there, and I devised a diet that is really supportive to autoimmunity, and it's basically autoimmune paleo. However, this diet is a little more wrapped in with Chinese medicine as well. But what I start the book with is your belief systems. So there's 3 pillars to this book. So let's go over it real fast. And this book got some great endorsements. This book got some great endorsements too, but after it came out, like we have a Gabby Bernstein endorsement, and we have a Deepak Chopra endorsement on Yes You Can Get Pregnant. For Body Belief, we got Deepak, we got Christiane Northrup, we got Gabby Bernstein, we have Agape Stassinopoulos, Claudia Chan, cha-cha-cha. And I dedicated to the strong woman in my family who believed in me, body, mind, and soul. Your courage, grace, and guidance helped me soar. Thank you. Always makes me emotional. But so this book is, here, let me read the preface. Do you feel foggy-headed and have a hard time concentrating? Do you wake up feeling exhausted even after sleeping 8 hours? Do your hormones feel out of whack most of the time? Does your body ache often? Do you regularly experience gas or bloating or indigestion? Do you have eczema, psoriasis, or any other skin condition that will not go away? Have you been struggling to get pregnant, and or have you had multiple miscarriages? Do you have a hard time losing weight? Do you go in and out of bouts of anxiety or depression? Do you experience random environmental allergic responses, chronic sinus issues, or both? Do you feel like you're always catching that cold that's going around the office? If you answered yes to 3 or more of these questions, and you're a woman between the ages of 20 and 45, chances are you are dealing with an autoimmune disease. Whether you picked up this book because of an autoimmune condition you already have been diagnosed with, or you suspect you have an autoimmune condition, or you don't feel well and want more help, you're not alone. Nearly 30 million women are dealing with an autoimmune condition like rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's, inflammatory bowel disease, celiac, endometriosis, type 1 diabetes. And there are even more women walking around with an undiagnosed autoimmune condition, maybe even you. It is estimated that 1 in 9 women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. 1 in 9 women. How many women are impacted by fertility challenges? 1 in 8 women. Think about that. So this is the place I go with my more challenging cases, right? There's a lot of women that can follow this protocol and get pregnant. And then there's a a subset of women that need an even more aggressive, especially dietary approach. The gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free ain't gonna work for them. They need to go autoimmune paleo, which is nut-free and nightshade-free and grain-free and all the things. And it's not forever, but we just need to figure out what's causing the inflammation basically in their body and the rejection. The body does not feel safe or nourished enough to conceive, to get pregnant. So Chinese medicine, we say there has to be an abundance of qi in blood, an overflow, and the body says, yes, I got the goods, I got enough. Now I can have a child, right? So body belief, how I break this book down is Chapter 1, autoimmunity. I define it, a hostile takeover of your body. I also define it from a Western and Eastern perspective. Chapter 2, belief is key. So we go into your beliefs, what they mean, how they dictate your life. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking, but your beliefs dictate your behavior. Your behavior dictates your health. So we got to get to the root of those beliefs. I use a lot of Abraham Hicks in there, a lot of Gabrielle Bernstein, a lot of Joe Dispenza. Chapter 3, I got into the body belief pillars. So pillar number 1, reconnect to you. Pillar number 2, renew your body beliefs. Pillar number 3, which is chapter 6, reawaken your health. Then chapter 7 and 8 are the eating information, eating plan, eating framework. Chapter 9, reawaken your health a little bit more. We get into the chemicals in the environment. Chapter 10, body belief action plan, 7 days of exactly what to do. And chapter 11, believing in the new you. There's also recipes, on-the-go snack ideas, personal care product lists, household product lists, conversion charts. There's all sorts of stuff in here. So I like your book, but the diet is very hard and couldn't do it. It is hard. I'm not going to lie. The diet is very hard, but I'd urge you to try your best because it's not like I'm asking you to do it for the rest of your life. I'm asking you to do the Purify phase, which is the hardest part of the diet, for 11 days. And then the Reawaken phase for about 3 weeks. And then we slowly start to reintroduce food. So it's really, 8 weeks of your life. And it's I'm not gonna lie, it's a game changer for so many women, especially if you've been trying to conceive or you're dealing with, what's this one? Have Hashimoto's, thyroid antibodies are sky high, chronic leg pain, numbness, tingling, twitching. Can this be cured naturally? Dairy and gluten-free, organic meat only. So Lizzie, this is where you have to go. Like if you have dairy, gluten-free, soy-free, not enough. You got to go deeper. You got to dig deeper. You got to heal that gut lining. Recently diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Have you seen people get rid of this naturally other than medicine? Oh, for certain I have. Just kind of depends on your goals. I read somewhere that you said when checking progesterone, best to do it 5 to 6 DPO. Is that really the best time? I've always heard 7. Yeah, anywhere in there, 5, 6, 7, it doesn't really matter. You just need to catch it at its peak. So I usually say 6 to 7. I don't say 5 to 6. I usually say 6 to 7. My 6 DPO came back. So this is not for today. So if you want to be on my fertility hot seat, you can DM us and just make sure you don't miss getting on there. And then hopefully I'll pick you and you can come on. Great recipes. I feel so much better on Aimee's fertility diet. It's amazing. I love it, guys. Okay, so let's see. Any questions in here? So, yeah, and I'm not going to lie to the woman who said how hard this diet is. It is. But it's worth it. It's worth it. Look at my skin. Just being silly, but it's worth it. You're worth it. You're worth the time and the energy and the commitment it takes. So I hope now you have a better understanding of these 3 babies and how they all really do kind of build upon each other. And I'd love your feedback. Which one's your favorite? Which one haven't you read yet? And again, to all of you, I'd love, if you have read them and you do love them and they've impacted your life in some way, leave a review. And for all of you that want to check them out, head over to aimeeraupp.com/books. They're all listed on there. Also, I have a lot of great free information on my website that's very inspiring, especially to any of you on the fertility path or who have autoimmune diseases. I have my fertility quiz. I have my fertility starter kit. I have my stories of hope. We just have so much for you. So check all of that out. But head over to aimeeraupp.com/books. See which one's right for you. Order all 3. Take your time. Start a book club with some friends. Read all of them. Give me feedback. I'd love to hear more on what your favorite pieces are, and there is overlaps in all of them, and you can, and I'm very proud of that because I'm not one of those authors who changes their mind every couple years and writes a different book. I really just build upon it, and that feels very good to me. That's very integrous, and I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that I've been talking about epigenetics and how bad soy is for over 10 years now. Let's see. It's also hard to live with the feeling like garbage. Yeah, exactly. Choose your hard. You recommend eggs in the book, but I have an allergy. Will it still work without eggs? Absolutely, it'll still work without eggs. I have a handful of people, well, more than a handful, a lot of people that have had egg allergies. Absolutely. We just find other alternatives. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go now because I gotta go pick up my little person. Oh, let's see. Sorry, there's more. You will feel amazing. It's hard, but give it a try. Thank you for this. Now I know I need to start with body belief. I've been blessed with Hashimoto's, RA, psoriasis, IBS, etc. I'm going to 110. I'm going to go 110% into the body belief diet. Yay, Allison. Do it, do it, do it, and then report back. I can't wait to hear how it goes. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. All right. And then also keep an eye out. We're going to launch a free program at the end of this month that's all about resetting your fertility. You're going to love it. So keep an eye out. Cha cha cha. Love you guys. Bye.